hasn't been that long since.
Okay, we are back.
Since you.
You know, I think that's like the go-to phrase to say. Um,
You're right.
you take a break and you come back and you just feel like saying something
Right.
that you don't have to really think about your introduction. So, Wastelanders, what I'm up to is checking on settlement happiness. I want to see if there's a way I can figure out or debunk some things I've read and watched about settlement happiness. And the settlement I just came from, I I fixed the happiness issue, and in this one, it seems like it's going down despite some of the changes I've made. One of the things I think I need to do is maybe work on the water. So even though everything is in the green, I looked up here and it says I have 21 water. Let's see. Let's see if I bring it above 23. I think maybe if you have, it's possible that if you have 1 unit of water per settler, then that's the issue that I might be having. And usually it doesn't take too long to test some of these theories. Others, it might take longer. Let's see. But the other settlement that I went into, I fixed the bed situation, and almost immediately, within about 20 minutes of being at the settlement, it rectified itself. So that's what I was just doing. I'm looking to see where my water is. Resources, water, and let's just add one pump. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more because these are not very expensive. I prefer the ones that produce 10, but I don't have I don't have a need for a generator, like a huge generator at this settlement. So I'm just going to stick with these simple, really small water pumps. Okay, so now we've got.
Hi, I decided I'm not going to stream tonight. I streamed earlier.
Hey Katie, how are you doing? No streaming tonight? You know, I almost didn't come back either. I went in and spent some time with my daughter, and we were having a lot of fun. And she was being super adorable. The reason she called, she video chatted me to tell me to come inside, and it was a surprise, is because in the house she was watching my live stream that I was doing out here. When I got in, of course, the live stream was over, so she was really confused. She was like, wait, I was just watching you. That was the surprise. It was adorable. So we spent the last, I guess, hour hanging out. It was fun. And I almost didn't want to come back, but the thing that's going on with her is, she's 4 years old. She's gonna be 5 next week, and she doesn't like going to bed, and especially if I'm up. If one of us is up, and it's usually me, I don't go to bed at a regular bedtime hour, and she'll convince her mom like, well, Dad's not going to bed, so I'm not going to go to bed, and then they argue, and so what I found out is if I take myself out of the equation, then she listens to mom. So what I did is when it was about ready, mom's ready to go to bed. She wants a baby, a little one to go to bed. I said, okay, well, I'm going to go out to the garage just like I did the other day and go ahead and go out there and get myself, get my streaming going. And then that way she won't have an option. Like, she's not going to be in the living room by herself. There's nobody else, no other adult awake in the house, so therefore she kind of has to go to bed, and that worked. That's been working. There are other ways you can parent. You could just my word is law type of thing, but nothing against those type of parenting uh, styles. That's not what this was about. It's just that you know um, we found that worked, and why not just go with that. You know,
Seems to be growing well.
let's see here. I don't know why I can't get my potato farms or plants to. Is it just me, or do they not transfer themselves into the workbench on their own? It seems like everything else. Where's Tato? it seems like everything else goes into the workshop. Like, look, carrots, corn, purified water, all of that. And the only reason Tato's there is because I put it there. But is it just me not waiting enough, like being patient enough to let the Tato harvest itself into the workbench? Like, why does everything else... Wait, are these mud fruits?
That happens to me too.
Okay. I mean, is it like... Is it the thing that they want us to actually spend the time going... See, I don't even have any mud fruit inside the station. And there should be... There should be units of mud fruit inside my freaking workbench. That's crazy. Okay, let's look and see if we've... Sadness is still down. Let's talk to a settler. Maybe they'll give us a clue as to why my happiness is still down.
I just want to trade a few things.
Sure thing.
Mm-hmm. Nope. She wasn't helpful. Let's see.
I'd like to trade some items.
Nope.
Go ahead.
He's not going to give me any kind of insight.
Let's trade.
Sure.
Oh, look at you. What are you hoarding on me? That's supposed to go inside the
I'm sure you've all seen
workbench there, lady.
about the latest issue of Public Occurrences.
So, let's
Bold
see.
claims by our intrepid reporter.
I have beds with roofs over their heads. I have a store.
Very serious.
I've got defense.
The mayor's
Where's the
office
place I
has,
just worked on? They have a cooking station.
denying the validity of the article.
They have power. They have a recruitment beacon. Oh wait, did I turn it on?
The mayor himself insists that the fears raised in the article are unfounded.
Activate. Yeah. Okay.
Between you and me, listeners,
I usually don't like those things being on. I don't like to show up and like, you know, the settlement is overwhelmed
never
with
a dull moment
new
here at
settlers.
City Radio.
Oh well, we'll see. We'll use this farm as a
Mighty,
test.
mighty man by Roy Brown.
Let's see here. Let's go inside, go back upstairs and see what's going on with the... Up here.
Huh?
Why are you guys unhappy? I gave you
Yes.
libations, you
Huh?
have seats. Okay, maybe there's not enough seats. Maybe that's what it is. I see some people standing around. Are the beds
Maybe
inside?
more defense.
That's probably it. It looks like I only have 36. But the beds aren't assigned. I don't know if that's an issue. These dudes are funny. Oh, that's not cool. All right, let's add some defense. Let me do one over here. I love how the settlers, they can't be found, and then as soon as you want to do something, they're all up in your business. Let's get defense up to 50. Okay, well, 56, that'll work. Okay, we'll see if that helps. But usually they will say something, like they'll let you know what's going on. And I might just have to like leave this settlement for a day or two, come back and then see what's going on. We have enough beds. Let me get an unassigned settler. Let me see if I have anybody that's not working, and I'll assign them to defense as well. There you go. You're not working. did I was like, didn't I just... I'm already lost. Okay. So we went from 56. That's interesting. Looks like the didn't change the stat. Why are you guys just standing around? Maybe that's why they're mad. They're all just standing here like they can't get into the fun area, or they can't get to the beds. That can't be right. All right, let me build a floor. It looks like they're stuck right there, so maybe I just need to build a floor. Structures. Doesn't seem to make sense, but we're going to build a floor all the way over to the bed. Now where you go? You guys are weird. Is it this staircase? I mean, they're obviously getting up here. See, they're not having any issues getting up to here. So what's the problem? And there's lights.
Beds.
I've got plenty of... They're just not getting over here. They're not coming over to the beds. See how none of them are signed. What time of day is it? Let's go into my Pit Boy. It's 1 a.m. They should be asleep. Please don't tell me I'm going to have to... Well, this settlement was strange. It already had this area, which implied that the settlers could get up here. This isn't something I built over here. This was pre-made. It's a permanent structure in the settlement. I think even the stairs here are permanent. Like, I don't think I can delete these. Yeah, see? I mean, this was all already pre-made. So where are they? See? It's bedtime. These dudes are... Somebody's trying to go to bed. Wow, that's driving me crazy. Well... It's like a horror movie. Alright, let's do something else. Let me quick save and build a whole new set of beds out here and see if they'll go over here to the beds. Alright, let's oh my gosh, I've got the buttons. I have a feeling it's just a matter of them not wanting to go into the beds up there. That's why they're so mad. Let's use concrete, because I've got plenty of concrete. Do I have prefab concrete? No? we're just gonna build a big, huge, freaking warehouse style bedroom. Everybody's gonna. Boy, I hope this works. I mean, if it does, then I'm going to just rebuild the whole thing down here. It's not like I don't have the space.
These folks out there listening to Diamond City Radio have always enjoyed the radio plays, right? The ones about the dreaded Silver Shroud. We've had them in rotation for a while now, and they're a fun little adventure. Only now it seems the adventure has...
So what's going on with this wall?
That's
I want to make sure these walls go in the same way.
Now
Let's
has
put a
its
roof
very own superhero in the form
over.
of the Silver Shroud. Or at least, someone dressing up like him. Crime and Good Neighbor has a new enemy, it seems. Why would someone don that costume? Your guess is as good as mine. Probably better, in fact.
Yep, I knew that wall was going to be a
Good
problem.
Neighbor resident Kent Connolly swears that he was
There we go,
actually
fixed it.
rescued by this Tommy gun-toting hero.
Okay.
So I guess if you're out there and thinking about breaking the law, you might want to consider steering clear of Good Neighbor. Or else the Shroud might
We're going to
come
build a
after you.
different
And now Connie Allen
roof in
blasts
the middle.
off.
I want at least some light to come in. There's I think they have, well, I mean, I know they have these glass roofs in the, where is it, the warehouse. I think the warehouse has these glass roofs. Where are you? There you are. Let's try to put some of these in here. Get some light going through the top. Can you put these roofs on the concrete roof ceiling? Probably. I didn't know that. I didn't know. I've never tested that out. What are you doing inside? How did you get in there? See, this is ridiculous how the game does stuff like that. Okay, what about a prefab roof or these roofs? These are okay. Come on. There it is. Okay. And some beds. If they start coming down here and sleeping on these beds, then we probably have eliminated the problem. This is how we used to do it in the military. Just a hangar. That makes no sense that this guy is just walking through a structure like that. Okay, people. What are you going to do? This is straight out of a horror movie. You guys are freaking me out. Do I have to tell you to go to sleep?
Got it.
Sure.
Let me try to get you to assign to a bed upstairs and see if you'll go.
If people are unassigned, it messes with the happiness.
Like unassigned to a job?
Yes.
Okay, let me see who doesn't have a job. That probably makes the most sense, rather than me spending all the resources building a whole nother structure for beds. But why would everyone just be standing around doing nothing because a couple of people don't have jobs? Like you're not working. Let's build a resource. Not a resource, crafting station. No, what was that one I was looking for? There is a new set of buildings that, like a barber. You can put a barber. Where is that one? Is it furniture? Miscellaneous? Whoops. Is my game about to crash? Uh-oh. My buttons aren't responding. Uh-oh. Does not look good for me. Am I still streaming? I can't get out of the, let's try this again. Furniture?
Under resources miscellaneous.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where are you? Thank you. What was I looking for? Because I had a little bit of a glitchy moment there. I was looking for the barber chair. That's right. Is it under chairs? I thought I was just under furniture miscellaneous. It might be under chairs. Like there's a clinic chair and there's a barber chair. I was just under miscellaneous. I didn't see it. Am I just not paying attention? It's not there. Decorations?
Go to resources.
Oh, it's resources. I was looking under crafting and why was I looking under chairs? Okay, there's a barber chair and a surgery chair. Let's go to surgery. Barber. That's the one that apparently increases happiness. So let's stick you. We'll just see. Where is my unassigned? You don't have a job.
Okay.
Hey, wait. What just happened? I don't think I had assigned her the job yet, and my happiness already went to 67, and then now it's on the rise. So something. Was it just putting that chair in there? Look at this guy. That's weird. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna go back to my previous save point, and then I'm not gonna remake those beds. That's a lot of wasted resources. So my video is going to, it's gonna stop for a minute because anytime you go to the load screen, it does that. But I'm not leaving. I'm just gonna load that quick save and then only put that chair in and see if that fixes everything. Show all saves. Yes. Give me 1 minute, like 30 seconds. And we should be back. So we're gonna see if so what you said, Katie, was if you don't assign people jobs, if they're unassigned, that's going to decrease happiness. That makes sense because don't they want something productive to do? All right, we're gonna go back. 67 and plummeting. Resources. Miscellaneous. Barber chair. should put this someplace cool. And where are you? Didn't have a job.
Sure.
Anybody else not working? I still think it's weird that they're just standing there. They should be in bed. Like these people. Okay, I already built this floor. I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna I'm gonna assign somebody a bed up here because I do know I did that.
Anything goes by Cole Porter.
Command. You are going to be assigned a bed upstairs and see if that'll get the ball rolling.
Travis Lonely Miles, coming to you with another important news story, folks.
Okay.
Seems fighting in the Commonwealth.
All right.
Once again, this time, the settlement of Bunker Hill was apparently targeted by the Institute. Seems like they're no longer content hiding in the shadows and are out to provoke.
All right, I am going to
While unconfirmed at this time,
do one more
possibility of
thing. I think
may have been the trigger for this shootout.
Animal cage? What do you think, Katie? A dog or a cat cage?
Might want to think twice
You're a dog person, right?
Safety of Diamond City. Dead set on making it shake.
Oh, well, I can't do a dog.
Dog.
I don't have enough resources for the dog. I have to get some dog food. Alrighty. Looks like we're gonna have to do a cat cage. And I was told that cat cages, or animal cages, increase happiness as well, or help in that department. Come on. Turn green. Alright, we'll see if we can catch a cat. Now, I did already do the defense thing here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Get you to go to bed. Let's assign you. I might just have to be happy with the fact that this thing is above 50% happiness. I mean, I'm not really worried. I don't know what the happiness does as far as what do you lose settlers if the happiness drops too low? And apparently it's not, my settlements don't get low enough for that to be an issue because I've never seen it. It's never been an issue. But I would like to know if what I'm doing is fixing the problem. This is just unusual. I'm going to leave this farm and go work on some other settlements and then come back here and maybe see what's going on. But let me make a note here. So Abernathy, am I at Abernathy? Is that where I am? Yep, I'm at Abernathy and happiness is at 67. I take this game way too seriously. I've got notes. Happiness. I care about these settlers. I care so much about them. I don't know what's going on with Sean. I care more about Abernathy Farm than I do Sean. Okay, let's save this here. And let's go to the next one. Let's see if we can fix some of these issues. And hopefully between going to the different settlements and solving problems with them, we will eventually find out what really does help with happiness and what doesn't. Boston Airport. That's one I really don't care about. I don't think I even have anybody living here. I think I only have supply line provisioners. I think that's all I've got that are assigned to Boston Airport. I think I didn't want to assign anybody there because it's so close to the Brotherhood blimp, and I thought, well, if I do finish the storyline where I don't stay in favor with that faction, I didn't want it to be an issue being so close to them. What'd you say?
There's no escape.
You can't escape the Brotherhood? That's probably true.
Cold steel, angry scowls, lousy haircuts. All the touches I've come to expect from the Brotherhood.
My settlement over around the corner here. There's nothing going on here. Oh my gosh, this is such an embarrassing settlement. What do I have? And why didn't I fast travel to here? I have the fast travel target, but it put me outside. That's weird. You know, this could be a really cool settlement, though. It's got beachfront property. Look at that. But I don't need to do any work here. I only have 2 people, and they're not complaining. Happiness is at a constant 60. I think we're good. Let's not mess with this one. Let's see what's going on. See? Look at this.
Hi there, may I ask who's your friend there?
This guy right here, Vader. This is a cosplay costume that I built. I made for a YouTuber skit that we're gonna do hopefully this year. Sorry, I need to check on this real quick. Well, what I was doing is I have a voice to text so that I don't have to waste any of the screen. So I went on to my my phone so I can see who's asking me the question. Brian, how's it going? Are you asking about this this guy here? Alright, we're not going to mess with Boston Airport. There's really not a lot to do at Boston Airport for me. Let's go to one of my other...
Sweet, I like it.
Thanks. So this is actually wearable. I did use it in a video for these crazy guys. They wanted a whole bunch of robotic themed characters in this video they did in downtown LA. They like closed off a whole block. They Bunker Hill. That's another one I don't like going to. Let's go to Coastal Cottage and see if we can work out the kinks there. If anything's going on, then we need to fix it. Coastal Cottage. Increase the happiness. So yeah, I threw this together in like a couple of weeks, and what it was is Fallout had a lot to do with the theme of this version of Vader. I wanted to do like a Wastelander type. Like, what if Star Wars took place in a wasteland and in like a Mad Max environment? So he's got this instead of the helmet that he wore, I took it off, I disassembled it and put this what do you call it, like a hoodie style, and then I actually took a blowtorch to it and burned it. The details you probably can't see in the little frame that you got here. Okay, where are we at? Abernathy Farm. I'm sorry, Coastal Cottage. Ooh, well.
Awesome, sounds like fun.
It is. It's something I just do as a hobby. I don't. It's not something I do for a living. I don't build movie sets or costume props or whatever. But I am fortunate to be a part of a couple of YouTube channels. I help them with their production from time to time. One guy that maybe people might know, and he's got a good decent following, is King Vader. He's big on anime and stuff. So one of his associates, they came over here and used the set that I'm in right now. This is in my garage. I stream my videos from my garage. What I'm inside is a replica, a 1-to-1 scale replica of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Megazord cockpit. So it can be fun. Let's see here. What is going on? I have 81 and going down happiness. Do I not have any? I don't care about these guys that much, I guess. I gave them all sleeping bags. That's sad. But they do have a legitimate prefab with a roof. So we've established that we need roofs. Now everyone needs, what did you say, Katie? Everybody needs a job. And everyone needs, I don't have any stores here. That's probably why the happiness is going down. I don't have anything set up for them to do. Let's give them a store. Resources. Nope. Stores. There we go.
Yes.
Which one gives them happiness? Food and drink.
You just heard 3 sons here.
So what we're doing here
Hi.
is we are trying to. Hello, hey. How do you pronounce that? I'm gonna try, and if I'm right, just say yes. If I'm no, then I'll try again. Is it
There are some recent rumblings from Good Neighbor.
Canada?
And I do mean that as something.
Oh my! I probably butchered your name. I apologize.
Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman Bobby No Nose has something.
Darth Raider.
That's a great name.
Commonwealth.
Darth Raider. Yeah. Well, again, I mean, if you didn't hear what I was saying about the creation of this, is yeah, that's Vader approving of the name you just gave him. Was that Fallout had a heavy influence on why I designed it this way? There's in the back, he's got these gauges on his, like the pressure gauges and stuff. There was a lot of detail that went into it. There's leg armor, there's gauntlets for his arm. It's crazy. Okay, so I need to give this place a store. Food and drink restaurant. What do you guys think? That will definitely increase happiness, right? I just need a settler to work it, and we need chairs. I think we established earlier that something that is an issue with happiness is if they don't have chairs. So let's put some benches out here. Whoops. I need a settler that isn't doing anything. Where are you guys? Okay, I've got plenty of food production, so let's take one of you off of food production and assign you to working the pub.
Sure.
And defense is 30. What do we think? Do we think we need to get the defense higher so that my happiness isn't going down? We don't have an issue with the beds. We don't have an issue with roofs over beds. We are not overpopulated.
Yes.
Yes for... I forgot. I asked too many questions just now. Yes, I need to increase defense. Is that what your suggestion is, Katie? I'm assuming that that's what you meant, so let's just go with that. And I'm not familiar with the spawn points yet for this place.
Yes.
I think they come from here. Oh, I got plenty. Oh, let's put one over by the main. Surely they come in through a main road, right? So let's get our defense above 50 if we can. Oh, I'm using the tiny ones. What was I thinking? I know this makes no sense to scrap this, but we're going to. 48, If I scrap it, and then I should be right at 50 by using the other one.
Settler, my request to give you.
Settler might request to, like, if I talk to,
Have.
yeah, usually when you go in and they will talk to you and tell you what's wrong, but no one's approached me since I came in. Oh, there we go. I think you were right, Katie. Look at that. Defense is, instead of 81 going down, defense is on the rise. So we assigned a bar. We increased the defense to above 50. I think we're on to something. What do you think? I already had, this is something that I always put now. It doesn't hurt to have. I heard it helps with happiness. So we have twice as much food production coming in as settlers. We have plenty of water, plenty of power. Defense is above 50. We have plenty of beds, and we have beds that are under actual roofs and not just a, what do you call them? Earlier, for those of you that just like tuned in, my issue with some of my other settlements was I had beds under...
I've been playing Fallout for years. I know a thing or two.
Yeah. You know, I've been playing for ever since the game came out, and I'm still learning, apparently. So my problem was I didn't build a shack structure at some of my other settlements, and I was building these prefabs. So let me show you. Structure, nothing wrong with prefabs, but I was building a prefab that, see how this one says floor and roof? Well, I was using these hallway ends, and I thought they were pretty productive, pretty efficient. So I would build like 10 of these and stick 2 beds per. This is how I used to do it. So I would, let me find a place for it to lock in. Dang it.
I know Fallout like the back of my hand.
That's awesome. So this is how
What
I was.
about on survival?
Let's see. I'd build like 10 of these right now, like locked in next to each other, just like that. 5 on one side, 5 on the other, and then I would stick a bed, like 2 beds in there. And the problem with that was you're not putting it under an actual roof, even though there is a structure over their head. The settlers need something that identifies as a roof. So obviously a large shack, prefab house is okay, but you need to. I went back to one of my other settlements, got rid of the shack, and put in these prefab structures. A bunch of these. Okay, because see how it says wall and roof? So I built like 10 of those, and then put the beds under there.
Survival is the way you are meant to play this, in my opinion.
Survival, meaning what? Survival, like just play the missions. I don't have any mods. I don't play with mods. Not that I'm against them. I'm just, what do you mean by survival? Okay, so we don't need this. I just wanted to show you guys that as a demonstration. And I know there's better ways to do that. I could have saved
The
it.
difficulty. It
There's
changes a lot of the mechanics.
So what, I need to go into options and change my difficulty level? I never knew that. I thought there was just a one standard difficulty level. Let's see here. Let's make sure I can leave this settlement. We're good to go. So 81. Let me write in my notes that, where am I? Coastal Cottage is good to go. Yep. Okay, happiness. is 81 and rising. So we do not have to visit this place again for a while. Let's go fix another one. Okay, so what do I do? Do I need to go into my settings and change to survival mode?
Hope you enjoyed that.
Gameplay.
It's actually very well balanced.
What? What? I have never, ever done this. Difficulty level affects damage and the chance to encounter legendary enemy. Did you hear me say enemies? Survival adds additional challenge.
It's kinda pointless now.
What? Survival's pointless now? Or it's kind of pointless for me to change to survival now since my level is insane. No, survival adds additional challenges such as no fast travel, saving only when you sleep. The survival entry is entry in. Wow, I never knew.
It's better on a new game.
That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Well, that gives me something to do that'll kind of take the monotony of it. Like I can keep this one going and then start a new game and see how well I can do on survival. Wow, thank you so much for. I cannot believe I've never even tried that. That's like gaming 101. Like difficulty level is something you always look into. Let's see what's going on in this workstation. See, check this out. Why do I not get any? Let's go ahead and take this purified water and we're gonna sell it.
Survival mode is very, very hard mode and challenging.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
I can tell. You
Carry
can only
something
save when
before
you sleep.
cripple yourself.
Oh my goodness, I forgot to go to.
You have to play like a boss.
You know, I'm just not a hardcore gamer anymore. I mean, honestly, I'm not afraid to admit it. I do enjoy the game the way it is. I save all the time. But mainly because I do a lot of settlement stuff. I'm not even.
Can't remember the
following
last
main
time I
mission
had
anymore.
clean fingernails.
I don't even care what happened
What
to
can I
Sean.
get you?
Barter.
Sure.
Yes.
Let's take a look.
Here's what I've got.
How much caps can I get from 300? Really? Really? That's horrible. Where are purified waters? No, I keep making these moves. Except yes. Okay, and I'm still probably overweight. I should be running around in my power armor. Sorry, that's a new mistake too. So I probably didn't pronounce your name right earlier. But okay, so survival mode is something I'll probably look in tomorrow. Start a new game and try that out. That's gonna be cool. Let's transfer, and I need to go to Sanctuary and download a lot of my all of the stuff that I don't need to be carrying around, because this is insane. This drives me crazy. And you guys get to see my ADD for what do you call it? My settlements. I'm gonna actually rebuild Sanctuary, and it's one that I've worked on since the game came out. Like I think I've rebuilt Sanctuary 3 times, and I'm not getting any better at it. Let's go here. So there's this thing I do when I go into Sanctuary. I take everything that I've gathered from like raids or going out in the wasteland, and I don't put it in the workbench. I put it on like all the outfits. I put them on one mannequin, and then when I get time, I take all of them off that one mannequin and go put them on individual mannequins that I have, so I can see all the outfits and all their glory and all their splendor. And now I'm at the point where I want to build like a
Who you got for the Super Bowl?
Who do I got for the Super Bowl? Well, I live in LA, so, and most of my friends are, San Francisco fans. So naturally, I'm gonna go get the team that's the other team. Because, what's the fun? What's the fun in not calling?
An old
the
man
playoffs?
taught me that duct tape
Okay, so here we
could
go.
fix anything.
These are
I don't think he was talking about bullet holes.
these are my mannequins that I use to store my specialty armors that I find out in the wasteland. Let's see. This is a weapon. Let's go to apparel. Okay, I gotta drop you off. Anything else? And then, so these are also, but here's what's going on. So this one, I just kind of put everything that I get from the wasteland on him that's a specialty armor. And then later on, I'm building complete sets with these guys. And then this one is what I use to just, the normal apparel. Except the robots, sorry. Spiked armor, yellow helmet. Let's go get rid of the robots armor. I keep over here with my power armor workshop because I felt like it was more fitting. It's more robotic. So let's see, this should be the robot one. Okay. And the regular. It's a lot of running around. I need to... Actually, it's not. They're not that far apart. And then I'll show you guys the upstairs. For those of you that haven't seen my channel yet. It's a little crazy.
What's going on?
Why didn't I do this already? I didn't see the... Oh, that's why. Oh, we'll get to it later. Let's see. Do I have any... I bet Piper has a lot of stuff on it. Where is she? Your companion is never around when you want.
Hey.
Never change.
What weapon did I give her? Did I have two? Wow, I've got two of those. That's crazy. Peril. Okay. What? I should have... Why wasn't she right next to me? So, what are you doing? Is that an actual...
Cops coming in pretty good.
Who's Macy?
We gotta do something to stop these raider attacks.
I usually scrap all this, but for now I'm gonna just store it. Oh, that was a specialty item. I'll have to get to it later. That's what was weighing her down. She had some raider armor. I have not been to Sanctuary in a while. I've been spending a lot of time out there.
I'll hand it to you. This place isn't awful.
You know what? I am
Still
going
a
to scrap
hole,
the
but it
weapons
could be
though,
worse.
because I don't really want to store those. And I usually don't even what am I saying? I usually scrap my weapons because instead of selling them, I prefer to get the screws and the adhesive. Anything that you get from scrapping weapons, I'd rather have that than the money. Because again, I set up purified water farms, so I never really have an issue with money. But I don't play on survival mode, so maybe that's going to change. My game style is probably going to change whenever I try that.
Stronger you a super mutant.
Oh wait, I had given that to... I gave the gamma gun to Piper.
Humans all look funny.
Hey.
Shoot.
Yeah, take this gun back. she? Oh, okay. I see what it is. She switched over to that one. Oh, I was giving her the broadsider. I want to see her use this. Do any of you guys have this as your weapon? Where are you? The broadsider. Check this out.
Thanks to Bob Crosby for that one.
Equip.
Mutants kill everything.
I love that thing, man. It shoots cannonballs. I'm sure if you've played the game for any longer than a week, you figured this out. It's not a secret, but I still love using this weapon. It's
I do.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite weapons. But I've been giving it to the companion because I think it's funnier to see them use it than me.
Want someone to eat?
It was evidently pretty serious.
Are we under attack? Is that why you pulled out your pistol there, lady?
I have seen reports of some fatalities, but my understanding is that things are now under control.
Lost track of how many blisters I got.
I know raiders come in from here, so I've been wanting to change this. He needs to come down here. Something I've been neglecting for a while, but now that I'm thinking about settlement happiness and all that stuff, I need to rectify that. Somehow the raiders come in through this. Even though the wall is there, like I said, walls don't really keep anything out. They will spawn inside the compound due to some type of programming code that the game has. All right, so my happiness is 82 and falling at Sanctuary, and I think that's because I don't have everybody assigned to a job here. My defense is clearly high enough. Food is... maybe that's part of the problem too. I wonder if we have to have twice as much food production as we do people. So let's go and let's find somebody who doesn't have a job. Did I create a barbershop here? Let's see if that fixes the problem. I'm gonna make... wait. I have... that produces happiness. Nobody's assigned to there. Let's go find someone and give them that job. I don't want to run around looking for everybody. Let's just have them all come to me. So, Katie, do you play on survival mode?
Who's your favorite companion?
Oh, man.
What do you need?
I like my robot. That's my favorite one. I think I switched... the only reason I switched to Katie... The only reason I switched to Piper the other day was because I was already in Sanctuary and Strong was with me. I didn't want to use Strong anymore. And I left my robot at the Sunshine something. And I didn't want to fast travel there just to switch him up. Okay, Valentine is reading that he doesn't have a job, but I thought, oh, that's right. It was the other guy that I assigned to, yeah, the Vault Tech rep. He's got a job. Where is someone that's not working? Oh. Let's see if I can assign Strong as the what is this? The surgical chair. That's gonna be funny if he takes it. Oh no. No. Oh my gosh. Is he really assigned as the medical chair? He is. I don't know why that makes me laugh. It just does. So it looks like I've got everybody assigned the job. Except for Valentine. Wait. And you. Why won't you take a job? Why doesn't Cogsworth work? Even when I tried to assign him as a as a food person or something, he still wouldn't do it. I think what I'm going to do is take somebody off defense and assign them to food. Or let me see if I can get Cogsworth to work food production. Or what do you think, Katie? Have you been able to assign Cogsworth a job? Let's see what I got for food resources. I'm going to try to get my food above twice as many people, and I wonder if that's going to help. So we're going to go
No.
What produces one? I think some of this food... Okay, there we go. See if I can get this up higher. There we go. Alright, so we've got our food production up to 50. Everyone except
Update Cogsworth in the workbench, it would be cool.
The workbench? Put Cogsworth in... Wait. What'd you say? Okay, say that again. Update Cogsworth in the workbench. Oh, you mean the robot workbench. Okay, let's try that. I mean, let's do that. Okay, so I have my food production to be twice the amount of people. Defense is plenty, and everyone has a job except Cogsworth. So we're trying to figure out why my happiness is still dropping instead of increasing. 82. I've got way enough of it. So everything that I did in the other wait, I didn't do this for resources. I don't have one of these in Sanctuary. And I don't want it inside the main area. Let's put it outside the door here. Just so we at least have it. Well, that was the long way around. I forget how large Sanctuary is sometimes. Okay, so there's that, and... Oh, you know what? That's what's strange about Sanctuary. That was one of the first... This is one of the first places I built, and this was before a lot of mods came out, and I bet you I don't have roofs over beds. I bet I have the same... that style that I told you guys I said I built. Okay, so this is a... Look! Yeah, these are all hallway ends. So how has my happiness been maintaining, been staying above 80 with none of my beds have roofs? That'll fix the problem. But, you know, okay, I'll do that later. Let's update Cogsworth. What do you suggest we do with him? So I bet you, man, I wonder how high we can get the happiness level here at Sanctuary once I fix that problem. Once all those prefabs up there, get rid of all of them and put actual beds under roofs. You know what? I don't have to waste resource. I could just transfer the beds into the houses, even though I originally didn't want to do that. Let's go with, yeah, let's update Cogsworth.
Update his appearance.
Oh, it won't let me. It doesn't give you the option to update Cogsworth. I guess whoever created him just doesn't want anyone to mess with him. The programmer behind creating Cogsworth. Okay, so we've figured out that I made a mistake with the beds. We need to... Boy, this is going to cost a lot of resources. I have to...
It lets me.
Well, aren't you playing with mods, though? I don't play with mods.
That's weird.
I have 32 beds. Let's do this side first. Store the bed, store the bed. And I bet once we fix this problem, we're going to find out that the happiness is going to stop declining.
Hope you enjoyed that
and
last
it's going to be on the rise. Scrap. Dang, this is going to... all that wasted resources.
Rumblings from Good Neighbor. And I do mean that as something of a pun. Self-proclaimed legitimate businesswoman Bobby No-Nos has something of a reputation around the Commonwealth. That reputation may have contributed to recent talk of a less than legitimate endeavor
That's a corner. We're looking for anything with a
there's
roof.
a bit of a twist. Bobby has very
Floor and a roof.
disappeared.
And at least a wall.
Word is, there's no trace of her in Good Neighbor. It's
Okay,
unclear
we can use the
this
same
time
setup.
whether
Nope,
she
that's
actually
exactly
pulled
what I
off
just
the
had.
job
I can't believe I just did that.
Bobby.
Alright, wall and a roof.
Or, if some have suggested, she
Here we
crossed
go.
the wrong people and won't be seen anywhere again, ever. If you get my meaning. Here's Billie Holiday bringing us easy living. That's good travel. I just may steal that from my autobiography.
Come on, lock in place. You know you want to. There you go. Dang it. Some of these, they should. There we go. Should I rotate this one? Yeah. Okay. Now let's put the beds back in. Let's see how many we can get in here. It said I stored them, so I shouldn't have to pay for those beds again, right? It says I have 703 steel, 1133 cloth, but what's going to happen when... Okay, good. I've never tested that theory, or that mechanic. I guess I'm not gonna try to squeeze any beds in here. I want to make sure that they're gonna be able to get to them. All right, let's put a wall up. Let's go put take down the other side and do the same thing. Oh, look at all these beds. Oh. I think we're gonna fix the problem though. I find it hard to believe that that's not true. Considering we've done this with I've done this with 3 other settlements. Put the beds under prefabs that actually say that they're a wall and a roof versus just having a structure over its head.
I got some good news at the doctor.
Really? What was the prognosis or the good news you got from the doctor, Katie? I used to think I was so clever when I made these little apartments. I'm like, yeah, this is how they would live in the wasteland in the future. Everyone's bunking up in these... Oh, so sad. I thought this was the coolest little structure I built. I think I even put a restroom. Let me see. I haven't been up here I literally have not been up here in years, in real time. So look, yeah, I even put a restroom in this up here. I was so happy.
They have a procedure they can do to help my injuries.
Really? That's great. Any estimate on a time frame? So I'm getting rid of this stuff because I realize it makes no sense to have these up here anyways. They were fun at the time, but I'm trying to increase happiness and also take advantage of the code that is behind it, which I don't really need any furniture up here. This is just strictly for them to have a bed with a roof over their head. Oh, where's my prefab?
I want to do it right away.
I mean, is that, yeah, but did they say, like, oh, hey, you know, we could get this knocked out, you know, next month, next year? Come on, there we go.
On Friday.
Really? Man, that's amazing. And is it going to be like more than one procedure, or are we talking like on Friday, as soon as you recover, you're going to see results? Okay, I've got 9 beds. I need 25. Let's go back and put some beds in here. Let's see, guys. We're so close to fixing this issue and knowing together if that's the way to solve the problem with your happiness and your settlements. I have no reason to think that it's not that this is the way to fix one of the main ways to assure your happiness is to have a...
On Friday I should see results is what the doctor said.
Wow. Wait, I think that bed's too close to that one. Forgot it was on the wall. Let's move this over a little bit. Because I did find if they can't get in the bed, they'll just walk around forever. They don't mind sleeping right next to each other, but they gotta be able to get into the bed. Okay, how many more do I need? I need 4 more beds. And I think it's funny, you don't need a wall, you just need the roof. That's great. Okay, let's put 4 more over here. I could probably just put them in the houses. You know what? I'm not, yeah. Let's just go find 4 houses that don't have anything going on, and we're going to put beds over there. Well, wasn't my happiness 81 and going down, so now it's 82 and going down? That's interesting. Okay, where are we? There we go. We've got a house without a bed.
But I don't know if I want to because of the risks.
Oh. There's a catch, huh? Isn't that always the case? Well, definitely understand that. You know, it's always scary when you go in there and they tell you, hey, we can fix you. There's a chance, or it's like, the way they word it, you know, they got to be very careful because it's technically a practice. So you could die, but they don't take responsibility for it. It's not their fault. Okay, we have 25 beds. Let's go ahead and just add two more for good measure. And give it a minute, and hopefully we're going to see the happiness is going to increase, or it's going to stop declining. Okay, because I've got beds with roofs. Everybody's got a job except Codsworth. My defense is plenty. I've got twice as much food coming in as settlers. What else do you guys think I need? What else could we do? Add a cat, catch a dog. Well, I can't. I don't have enough resources to do the cat or dog here. I think I already have dogs here. I have the caravan. Yeah, see, I got 2 dogs. You're unassigned. I haven't taken dog meat out since the game came out. He's living the dream, man. Okay, what else?
Is there any unassigned objects?
Unassigned objects. Let me see here. Well, she doesn't have a job. I forgot all about her. I was going to make her a barber or something. Let me see if there's any other store that I think she'd be fun to run. I know she gives you side quests from time to time, like giving her drugs. Let's see here.
Things are getting rough out there, folks.
Defense,
Might want to
resources,
think twice before
stores,
leaving the
crafting.
safety.
I could assign her to,
Here's a throwback to simple
what is
times.
that, a scavenger table?
Actually went looking for radioactive material.
Let's make her... Man, they should have a soothsayer table. Is that what they call it? Or like a tarot card reader? I don't believe in that stuff, but it'd be funny. Let's see. Maybe I'll assign her as like this weird little clinic. And like she's like the weird doctor. Like only go see her if you believe in those weird remedies. I created her own little habitat here because she used to sit in that chair. Like she'd always sit there, and then one day I came in and she stopped sitting there. Okay, clinic. Yeah, she's gonna have like a weird little clinic here. First aid. Chems. What suits her personality? There's only 2, really. Yeah, let's give her this weird little... And it produces happiness. What the heck? Can I not assign her a job? Can you not assign her a job? Look, it's not letting me. Wait. See, look. Usually when you hover over a... it gives you the options. Command moves. Is my game like screwed up? Because I wasn't able to do this with Cogsworth either. Or is she just the exception to the rule? Like you can't give her a job. I mean, she does say she's pretty useless. There's times when she talks to you and she goes, yeah, back in my day... I'll go ahead and leave the store there. Let me try to find somebody else that I can assign to it. The zoo produces happiness. I don't need a... I could take somebody off defense. What are you assigned to? What are you working on? You work at a store? I don't remember assigning you to... Oh, yeah. Let's see. How about, can we assign Cogsworth to a store?
Were it within the realm of possibility.
Okay. He said what he didn't say no. Hey, look at that. Maybe I just wasn't trying hard enough last time. Okay, look at that. Okay, now, look, I assigned him a job, and happiness is not declining anymore. and it won't let me assign her a job, which means everybody that can have a job that lives in this settlement has something to do. I think we did it. Katie, you are very, very wise. Look at that. But I do think that the food has something to do with it too. I think everything is kind of a factor. Like I think you can get your happiness to not be on the decline. Like one of my settlements is like 60, and it's not rising or lowering. It's just stuck there. But I think that if you get your food production to be twice as much as your like two units of food per every one settler, I think that is a factor. And definitely having at least 1 unit of water per settler is a factor. And the beds, definitely having an actual roof that identifies itself as a roof, not a wall, not a corner end that's trying to identify as a roof, but something that's actually a roof. Well, there we go. I can't believe I haven't done this to Sanctuary ever. Like, I've been worried about all these other non-essential settlements and never really cared that much about. I forgot completely about the 3rd floor up there. Look at this. I go here all the time. Like, I love going to the bar and seeing them, seeing how they socialize with each other up here. And I always feel sorry for this during the daytime. Like, whoever this settler is.
My back hurts, my feet hurt, everything hurts.
She has to work all day and all night. No one's up here paying attention to her. This is crazy. Excuse me. Okay, let's go check on... This is basically what I'm going to be doing. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it.
The risk is paralysis, seizure, and death, or I could form a clot.
Oh my goodness. Now, if you don't mind me asking, is there any family members that, let's say you go through the procedure and someone's going to go with you to be there, or are you, do you live on your own and like your family doesn't live around? I mean, I live out here. I mean, none of my family lives here. I live in California by myself. Well, I'm married, but what I mean is like none of my immediate family, brothers and sisters, whatever, they all live in Texas. So, okay, we are figuring out, between the help from Katie the Savage Gaming has bared with me over the past couple of days of me going through my settlements and figuring out
my dad, my brother,
issues with happiness. And what we resolved is, okay, I'm glad you have someone that could go with you. So we just came into Sanctuary, someplace I've been neglecting, even though it's my main hub. And my happiness was on the decline. It was 82 and falling. And what I did is took some of the what did we do, Katie? So I increased happiness by putting roofs, actual roofs, in not just like a prefab structure, but you go in and you go to your prefabs and you look for anything that actually says that it is a roof, a floor and a roof. I was using the hallways, in all of my settlements. This was my go-to structure because I felt like it didn't cost that much, and it was and the game, when I read about the tips and the Bethesda gives you, it just said that settlers like to have a roof over their head, but I didn't think it meant literally it had to say in the build that it had a roof. I thought a structure was enough. That's not the case. So I just had to go through, and I'm going to each and every one of my settlements, and that's step one, is getting rid of any prefab that doesn't identify as a roof, and then putting a bed under an actual roof. And you don't need the wall. Like, I added the walls, but you don't need the walls, you just need a roof. Then, going to make sure, thanks to Katie, is make sure everybody has a job. There was another rule of thumb someone was trying to spread out there in the tutorial world that don't assign everybody a job, because then nobody can shop at your stores, no one can go to the bar during the day, and they were saying that this helps with happiness, like that people need to actually be able to interact with the features of your settlement. This isn't the case, because as soon as I assigned every single person a job, my happiness stopped being on the decline. So thank you, Katie, for helping me, solve that problem. The other thing is defense, which is also, I mean, I kind of already was working on that, but again, Katie was essential in answering that problem. I mean, I had the inclination that that's part of it, but I found if I got my defense above 50, I think that's the magic number, I'm not having an issue with my happiness. And then here's something that I don't...
You're welcome.
Thanks, Kate. I'm not 100% sure if this helps. It can't hurt. But if you do the side quest that you get for Bunker Hill, one of the settlers, an NPC that actually has a name in Bunker Hill to get the trade caravans going in your settlements, I think this is something that will add to, it can't take away from your settlement happiness, because there's a dialogue that happens when you finish this side quest where they're like, look, if you can provide a safe place for my caravanners to come through, I'll put the word out, something along those lines. So there's the caravan trade post, making sure, and this is something that I've been doing, and I found that it's helping, is having 2 units of food production per settler. So see how I have 25 settlers assigned to Sanctuary, I have 50 units of food. And after that, and the, you know what, we could probably test that out. Why don't we do that? I'm going to delete one of my mut fruit plants. We're going to see if my happiness goes down, if my food production goes down to, because usually it doesn't take long for this stuff to, okay, so let's go store, and we'll just give it a minute. I know this is kind of over the top, trying to analyze this, but why not?
I got to go to bed. I got to wake up in a few hours, go to the doctor.
Okay, thanks for being so helpful with my stream today, Katie, and I hope all goes well tomorrow. And you're saying by Friday, like, you have to make a decision if you want to get in there on Friday?
Yes.
Okay. Well, hopefully we will converse more through these live streams, and you can update me. Definitely be interested to hear what's going to happen in that department. Well, good night. Hope you get a good night's rest, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. We'll chit chat tomorrow. Let's see here. What? Nope, doesn't seem to be dropping the happiness. So maybe the food production doesn't matter as long as you have enough food, like one unit of food per settler and one.
See you tomorrow. Bye.
Good night. But defense definitely helps. Defense and assigning everybody jobs, having resources like this. Okay, you see how the resource says that it has a smiley face over it, which means that it helps produce happiness. Any resource that you can put in your settlement that produces happiness is going to, in fact, do that. It's kind of self-explanatory, but that's what this video is all about. Kind of stating the obvious if you've been playing this game for more than a week. But I've been playing the game since it came out, and I really didn't think too much about settlements, the efficiency of them, and happiness and all that. I just, I think I've had a lot of these settlements for over a year, and I haven't lost any of them, I haven't had an uprising, so it wasn't something I really really cared too much about. I would just get in, create the resource, and maybe have some fun with the cosmetics.
Right behind you.
But now that I've, you get kind of bored with certain parts of the games, I'm having a little bit more fun going in and going through and with a fine-tooth comb and hey, you know what? Let's make this important. So important, I don't care about what's going on with Sean. I don't even care anymore what the main mission. I do care. I know what happens. I've played the game long enough that I am familiar with what happens with the main storyline content. It's just, oh, did he get out of his armor?
Crop's been growing pretty good lately.
Oh, he was wearing wait, no, he's still in there.
We've got to do something to
this
stop
guy
these raider
doesn't ever
attacks.
get out of this power armor. I found a way that it's not a mod. There's a glitch where how you can get your settlers to get inside power armor, and then they will permanently bond. Okay, let's go over to, since we're here, let's go to Red Rocket.
Rather be off murdering a pint. This'll do.
What time is it? Okay, it's almost 2. So I'm going to do probably 1 or 2 more settlements to help me test out this theory. And eventually we will narrow it down to the essentials, the brass tacks of how happiness works. Right? Right? What do you think?
You don't know the power of the dark side.
He's like, you just don't know what you're doing. Okay. So we're going to go to Red Rocket, see what the happiness level is, and hopefully use some of the tips and tricks that we've learned. Whoa. Yeah. Definitely need a new bed. And we're going to try to get these happiness levels to instead of be on the decline, to either stay constant or... What am I doing? Where's the button? Oh, I hate these elevators. This is why I hate elevators. Oh, never mind. I thought the button was over here. Where'd the button go? Is it just me, or is my elevator broken? Really? I stopped building with elevators after they first came out because this is what constantly happens with the elevator. I thought the first and second floor button was over here. Well, that sucks. Alright, I was going to go build a bed up there, but it looks like the elevator's glitching. Let's just build a prefab and a bed for it, just basically to test this theory. The theory being that beds need to have a roof over their head, like a real roof, not a, what I was doing wrong earlier was I was building these structures that are called hallway ends because it looked to me like a roof, but it actually needs to be a prefab with a real roof. So let's do that. And we don't really care where it is because I don't think the game does. And that's part of testing the theory too. Let's go to get a bed and let's make it sleeping bags because it looks like, someone who's running the station here who's on guard duty, this is just like a quick hasty for them to run and get into, take a nap, take a power nap. Alright, so look, right there. That's what it was. I needed to have, I didn't have enough beds in Red Rocket. That immediately addressed the problem. I have enough food production coming in. I could use probably more water, but apparently that's not affecting it at all. Look, already just within a couple of minutes of putting a random prefab with a roof over it out in the middle of the settlement with sleeping bags, my happiness is not only stopped falling, but now it's on the rise. There you go. Defense is only at 34. My theory earlier was defense needs to be at 50 or above. Apparently that's not true. So Red Rocket is a good place to test out these theories. And this was one of them too, the trade caravan. does the trade caravan affect happiness? I think it does. I don't think it makes happiness decline, but it definitely. I think it does help add to your happiness. Even though it doesn't say, you know how a lot of these, like, okay, let's go to the general store. It says it produces happiness. Over here at the bar, it says it produces happiness. If I can get inside. And what I just did at Sanctuary was my happiness was on the decline. I went through, found out 2 of my settlers didn't have assigned jobs. Okay, like this guy, he doesn't have assigned jobs. So eventually, that's probably going to affect my happiness, which means I'm going to give him. Oh, I got 2 of them. Don't have jobs. What do I need? Let's go to some general stores. I like to assign them. Where's one that? Let's do another. I like general stores because you at least get access to, what do you call them? Salvage material. And I already have 1, but I'm gonna have 3 more right here.
Okay.
Okay, you got a job. Is anybody else not working?
Got it.
It should assign him. Why isn't it assigning him? Do you guys know why he's not assigning? Sometimes it takes a while. Like, it did it, but it doesn't want to say it did it. Let's try this guy.
Sure.
There we go. Okay. Nope. Come on. Well, either way, my happiness is okay here. I do want to add a couple more stores so I know for sure everybody's got a job. Oh, there we go. I hate when it takes forever. So he's got the job. I guess you didn't get it? Too slow, man. The reason why I like to do general stores is because, I think I said it earlier, I like to have access to the salvage material. Wait. I think it took him off the job because... Where are you? Come on, let's fix this real quick. You will work at this one.
Got it.
So let's go over here and see if I have somebody who I can
Ain't
barter
looking for
with.
trouble, I hope.
Let's trade some things.
Of course.
When you go into the barter and you're at a general store, you can buy shipments of materials, copper, steel, wood, and stuff. And since I'm doing a lot of work on my settlements, I need all that stuff. And I don't want to have to always go to Diamond City. And the aid stations, ammo, and weapons, armor, whatever, they don't tend to have access to the shipments. So that's why I kind of just go overboard with the general stores. And I also try to give the top tier store, if I have the resource for it, because, look, see,
You hear
they
about
can't get
that
to the
farm
beds.
run by ghouls? Isn't that something?
Let's fix that. Let's make some real stairs. That's just dumb. It is so dumb that this elevator glitches all the time. Look at that. So these guys can't go to bed. They can't go to sleep. Okay, stairs. I like the, which stairs do you guys like? I like the concrete stairs. Structures, concrete. I like these stairs. There we go. Look at that. Come on. Get in there. Go to your home. Will it do another? There we go. Why am I looking up like that? Like it's going to help. Alright, move you over a little bit. No. There it is. Locked right in. That's why I like these stairs. They're really great for building multi-level stairs without having to get all tricky with them. What are you doing? You don't have a job? You don't have a job? No wonder. Okay. So, oh, I don't think this is a roof. Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah, this was the problem I was having earlier. I was building structures. I was building roofs, but they weren't identified as a roof in the game. They were just like a structure, like a floor. And I thought, well, it's over their heads, so that should be fine. Not the case. You have to have an actual roof, whether it be a prefab with a roof or something like this that says it's a roof. And you don't have to have a wall. As long as that bed is technically under a roof, they're going to be happy with that. But if you, and it could be a sleeping bag. They don't care about the bed, the style. That's interesting. Okay, this guy doesn't have a job. Let me see if I can assign him to food, if I can reach him. How did you get up there? Command. You are going to start working for a living, buddy.
Okay.
See, I had food production is 0? That doesn't make sense. I think something just glitched. Because I know what... Yeah.
Got it.
Something didn't work out right. What the heck?
Hell of a positive guy.
Okay. How did that happen? How did all of a sudden nobody's assigned a job anymore? Just because, what?
Minutemen are making waves in the comic book, and that's
I
good
give up.
news.
I give up. I'm gonna,
Latest word is that they've retaken the
I'm gonna readdress this later. I'm not gonna save. I'm gonna go to bed.
From everything I've heard,
and I'm going to reload tomorrow and then readdress this, because that is so strange that all of a sudden nobody has a job and they can't get to their bed, the elevator's glitching. Stupid. I love this game. I do. I love this game, but this is ridiculous. How does the elevator stop working? Who programmed this? And how all of a sudden did everyone in this... Is this like everyone stopped... Everybody quit. Like, hey man, we got some issues. We need to talk. We're all on strike. Red Rocket is on strike. Oh my gosh. I came in here and just within 10 minutes, I thought I fixed the problem, but now look, half of this is on decline. But I think we clearly solved something though. If nobody has a job, if there's at least one person in your settlement that doesn't have a job, it's going to affect happiness. So, the first problem I came in to fix was showing that you need to have roofs over beds, and it fixed my happiness right away. But then somehow with me tinkering around with this general store and trying to assign one person to this job, everybody quit. I think what happened is they got jealous. They're like, look man, he just got here. Why is he getting a good job? I've been here for 4 years. I was here from day one, working the fields, pulling the corn, and you're giving this guy the best store? You're giving him the best emporium? They quit. That's my theory. What do you guys think? What do you think, Vader? Clearly, I agree. I don't know what I'm doing. Playing the game since it came out, I have no clue what the heck I'm doing here. Everybody quit on me. Alright guys, well, I'm going to call it a night. Thanks for being here. Whoever's still in the chat, or whoever's still watching, let me know what you think I did wrong. I think it's the game. The game just glitched. Anyways, have fun out there, Wastelanders. I will tomorrow. I'm going to reevaluate my life choices.